how's it going? So I am making this video as, I would say, like a 1-year update with the Streamlight Vantage 2 helmet light. This one's configured specifically for a fire helmet. I know that there's a, at least on their website, there's a few other ways that this can attach to different helmet styles, but clearly I'm specifically using this for firefighting. When I bought this light, it was actually a really big risk. And that's kind of the reason I'm making this video, is I, at least on YouTube, did not find a lot of videos about this light. Just basically reading the Amazon reviews, and the Amazon reviews only had photos of it on like more of like the East Coast style helmets, or like the modified ones that are plastic, but they look like they're East Coast. And nothing on a West Coast style, Phoenix style helmet like this. And that was a big risk for me, but I would say, like at Jump Street, I did see this light as a good risk and a good gamble, because obviously it's made by Streamlight, reputable company, and they have also had their other light, the Vantage, around for a long time. The first version, I guess I would say the Vantage 1. That one, at least, I actually don't even know when it came out, but on a quick YouTube search, Gauls has a video back in 2009 reviewing it. That's quite a while, long time ago, especially for, you know, technology like flashlights, how much they've improved and gotten better with technology and different, you know, LEDs and whatnot. This one came out in 2018, so I'm already like, okay, the technology's better. This is the Vantage 2, it's the second version. The Vantage 1 has 2 batteries, this has 1 battery, so I automatically know this is going to be lighter, and just based on specs alone, I know that this is a much smaller flashlight. With that, there's obviously some pros and cons, which I would love to talk about, but this is it. Just like really quickly here, a visual of just about a year of use, with at least luckily in my profession, a lot of fire, which has been great using this because it's performed, in my opinion, flawlessly. I've actually really had 0 issues with it, which is the reason I'm making this video, because I do feel like solid products deserve, you know, some spotlights here. And like I said, when I was shopping for this light, there were no videos on it. So, like I said, this is not going to be a review or like an unboxing. Clearly not an unboxing. Like, this has been unboxed for over a year now. But I'm not going to show you how to use it or how to program it or anything like that. Those are all pretty explanatory in the instructions, or maybe other videos on YouTube. But I would like to talk about, like, definitely some pros and cons. Pros being that, like I said, it only has 1 battery, so it's a lot lightweight, so you're going to have a lot less of that helmet tilt compared to the Vantage 1. Another pro is that that big back button. It's actually super easy to hit with gloves on. You can't miss it. You can actually feel it with gloves, and you can obviously program, or, you know, maybe it's not obvious, but you can program this to do different things. I have mine on like an intermittent flash. It's got a high and it's got a low and a high. So if you do 2 quick clicks, you got a higher setting. If you just turn it on once, you wait a little bit, it'll just turn automatically off. So it's a very simple operation, no frills, no strobe. I don't think you'd ever want to use strobe on the fire ground, but that's those are the pros for this light. Like I said, it's light as well, and it's been very tough and durable as far as like getting banged up and stuff like that. It's been obviously covered in water and things like that, and never had an issue. And the battery life is actually really good. Granted, I've never ran this thing completely down. It's actually done very, very well. I would say the longest that I went without changing the battery was probably a month. But, you know, after a few fires, I just changed the battery just because I was trying to be proactive with it, didn't want it to die on a fire. Those are the pros, all right? So the cons are actually something to consider. That would be that there is I would say, a design flaw. There's like a set screw that holds this light together. I actually did put a piece of reflective tape to kind of maybe potentially hold it in place. It's pretty light, but the way that this light slides onto this mount, it slides on, and you'll see it if you ever buy this light, or you see maybe another review, how it slides on. But there's this small set screw that screws in, and it kind of holds it together, at least from this light from sliding out. It's not like necessarily a structural component, like it's not, that light's not going to fall directly off the light. There's some pretty good machining that's going to hold the light on, but it could slide out if this screw isn't set properly, and mine stripped out almost immediately with the tools that Streamlight gave, which was pretty frustrating. I ended up just I saw a bunch of reviews on it, and I knew it was probably going to be a problem even if they replaced it. So I just put some super glue in the hole that was there and, you know, said a prayer, and it's actually been great. It hasn't fallen out, and there's no really even reason to, in my opinion, remove that screw or need to remove it. Everything's kind of already all set up the way it is, and I'm happy with it. And it can tilt back and forth, which is nice because I can get different angles if I'm looking at something maybe more on the ground or looking at something more directly in front of me. It's pretty great. So the Vantage 1, which is like, or I would say the Vantage is not necessarily the Vantage 1, is the one that a lot of guys have. And it's a lot heavier. It's 2 batteries. The on-off click on the back is more of like a twist function. I have used that with gloves before. Not a big fan. I feel like I don't know. Maybe I struggle with it a little bit. Compared to this, it's like night and day. This is so easy to use. This is cheaper. It's got higher lumens. I mean, honestly, this thing is kind of a home run, in my opinion, as far as firelights go, at least for the side-mounted ones. Like, obviously, there have been some more that you can mount, you know, more on the front here or whatever. I'm a big fan of the side lights, and I'm a big fan of this one, so which is hence why I'm making the review for it. We'll just get another quick shot here, just kind of the wear and tear. Hard-use gear that holds up, I believe deserves a review, like the one I did on my watch. And this one's holding up very, very well. Highly recommend it. This is the Streamlight Vantage 2, and thanks for watching.